Welcome back to Mastering MHA MBA. This is part 3, the final part of chapter 1. We have covered what a manager is and what managers do. Now we look outward at the powerful forces reshaping management and your career right now. We live and work in a time of great change, and that change is speeding up, not slowing down. To manage well, you have to read the landscape: globalization, ethics, diversity, talent, technology, and artificial intelligence. This is no time for complacency. Start with globalization, the worldwide interdependence of resources, markets, and competition. The cars we drive, the coffee we drink, the talent companies hire, all of it now flows across borders. For managers, the whole world is both a market and a competitor. Globalization runs on a few key moves. Global sourcing means buying goods and services wherever they are cheapest. Those purchases form global supply chains that span continents. And one side effect is job migration, work shifting to lower cost countries. Powerful when it flows, painful when it breaks. But the pendulum is swinging. Reshoring is the movement of jobs back to domestic locations. As global labor and shipping costs rise, and as nations move to protect critical industries, bringing production home has gained real momentum. The catch is finding enough skilled workers to staff it. Next, ethics and governance. When Bernard Madoff got 150 years for a multi-billion-dollar fraud, the message was clear. There is no excuse for acting illegally. Ethics is the code of moral principles that separates right from wrong, and corporate governance, a board's oversight of management, exists to keep leaders honest. The best leaders simply walk the talk. Respecting diversity is a top priority. Workforce diversity covers differences in gender, race, age, ethnicity, religion, orientation, and ability. By 2060, no single group will be the majority in the United States. Yet bias persists, showing up as the glass ceiling that blocks advancement and the leaky pipeline that loses good people along the way. The hardest bias to fight is the one you cannot see. Implicit bias, also called unconscious bias, is a prejudice you hold without realizing it. It activates automatically, without intent, and quietly shapes who gets hired and promoted. You cannot fix what you will not name, so awareness is step one. The deal between workers and employers is changing too. Traditional career tracks are fading into a free agent, gig, and on demand economy. Scholar Charles Handy describes the Shamrock organization: a small core of full time staff, a ring of contractors and freelancers, and flexible on demand workers. In this world, talent is the must have asset. Technology and analytics are creating a smarter workforce. Managers now use data to drive everyday decisions, and digital tools reshape how work actually gets done. Digital fluency is no longer a bonus, it is table stakes for staying relevant. And then there is artificial intelligence. AI is moving from novelty to daily tool, handling routine analysis and freeing people for higher level thinking. The goal is not replacement, but partnership. People and machines doing together what neither does as well alone. With all this change, the most important person to manage is yourself. Self management starts with self awareness, knowing your strengths and your gaps. Add initiative, resilience, and emotional intelligence, plus a habit of continuous learning, and you stay valuable no matter how the ground shifts. Which leads to one final idea: manage your career strategically. Do not leave it to chance. Keep building the skills the market rewards, stay career ready, and treat your professional growth as your own responsibility. No one will own it for you. Here is where all of this stands today. About 37% of workers now use generative AI on the job. Over 76 million Americans freelance, roughly 36% of the workforce, and 43% of Gen Z already do gig work. And companies announced more than 240,000 reshoring jobs in a single year. The world your textbook described is already here. Let us bring part 3 together. The forces reshaping management are globalization, sourcing, and reshoring, ethics, governance, and diversity, gig talent, and the smart workforce, and artificial intelligence, self management, and the career you choose to build. This builds on our chapter notes from Schermerhorn and Bachrach's Exploring Management, 7th edition, with the Shamrock concept from Charles Handy, and current data on AI, the gig economy, and reshoring from 2025. We always show you the sources. And that completes chapter 1. You now know what it means to be a manager, what managers actually do, and the forces shaping the work ahead. If this series is helping you, subscribe, and we will see you in chapter 2. Thanks for learning with Mastering MHA MBA.